guys, how's it going? Travis and Susie here from the Wolf Hunters. We got a reaction video for you. We have this link. You can find that in the description box below the video. Click it and pick it. You can request your own personal reaction video for music, movie scenes, comedy skits, live performances, documentary segments, interviews, and more for the Wolf Hunterz Reactions channel. Today's video is brought to you by Greg in East Tennessee, bringing us...
Steve Vai talks about the Zappa audition.
Ooh, that's...
Greg says, here's a short clip of Steve Vai talking about auditioning and touring with Zappa. Be well, Greg.
All right.
This is cool. I love this
Very
stuff.
cool.
For those of you who don't know, I love myself a good documentary in general. I love stuff like this, getting to learn, you know, what people's viewpoints, what things were like for them, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
Love it.
Do you love it?
I do. I really love documentaries in general. Like probably if I'm by myself watching something, there's probably at least, would you say at least a 90% chance that I'm watching a documentary, right?
Yeah.
Probably at least 90%. Yeah.
Guys, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and feel free to comment below.
If not that, then probably some sappy, like, Hallmark-like movie or
B-flick.
show. I love me.
B-flick rom-com is your go-to.
Oh, yeah. If I'm not watching a documentary, then that's my go-to for sure.
All right.
Love it.
Here we go.
And, oh my God, when I went down actually to play during the rehearsal, I thought, this is crazy. I'm 20 years old and auditioning for Frank Zappa. This is ridiculous. But I went down, he told me to learn all these songs, and of course he pulled all these songs that I didn't know.
Oh, you know? Wow.
And he was so...
Talk about a tough one, tough audition. Here, learn all these songs. And
you know
then
what?
being
Then
like,
you know. Then you know.
Yeah.
I feel confident from here for Steve Vai.
Oh my gosh.
Frank Zappa, this is ridiculous. But I went down, he told me to learn all these songs, and of course he pulled all these songs that I didn't know, you know. And he was so, you should ask Vinny, because Vinny was there, how brutal he was on me. I couldn't even believe it. He made it so difficult.
Can you hang? He's probably wondering, can they handle the pressure?
I mean, the people who play with Zappa are like
the best of the best.
Elite, yeah.
Well,
and
Steve Vai.
Yeah, I mean, he's elite.
You know? And he was so, you should ask Vinny, because Vinny was there, how brutal he was on me. I couldn't even believe it. He made it so difficult. There's one thing, and I know this isn't necessarily a Frank interview, but I'll tell you the story, it's great. This is during my audition. He says, you know, and Frank would like play these things on the guitar, and he had a certain technique, but he wasn't like a shredder or anything like that, you know? And he'd play something, he'd say, play that. And I go, okay, and I play it. And he goes, okay, now, play it in 7/8. I say, okay, and I play it in 7. He goes, okay, now play it reggae 7/8. Like, okay, and I do it, and he goes, okay, now add this note. Okay, and I do it. Playing reggae 7/8, and I'm adding these notes.
That also says so much about Steve Vai. At 20 years old, the freaking brain on that guy.
You know what's really cool that I'm hearing him say though is that he never, or at least he's not saying that he ever asked why. He's not going, well, why do I have to do that? Like your music doesn't sound like this, or well, why do I have to do that? The song doesn't have that, or anything like that. He's like,
did it.
This is an audition. You're gonna ask me what to do, and I'm gonna do it, and
that says a lot too.
You're gonna decide from there how it goes. You know?
Yeah. You know, what's interesting is I looked this up. It says that Vai was a member of Zappa's band from 1980 to 1983. However, it says he also worked as a transcriptionist for Zappa starting in 1978. And then I looked up what is a transcriptionist, and it says is a professional who converts audio or video recordings into written text. They listen to the audio and accurately type out everything that is said, ensuring the text is free of errors and spell. I'm sure that's, you know, more musically based at that point. But that also says a lot. So that's cool that he was So if he was auditioning at 20, maybe he was, 18 when he started working for him. And then back to the whole like music theory, knowing so much about music that he's listening to audio and converting it to text.
I mean,
what a brain.
Honestly, there is a reputation. Sometimes people think of musicians sometimes as being a certain way, but a lot of musicians, especially as far back as you could go, composers are literally brilliant. Like they're so smart and they know so much. Even people that you might not realize understand or remember a catalog of artists and people and have inspiration from so many different areas and know so much about it. Like it's literally so admirable and crazy. It's amazing.
Reggae 7/8. Okay, and I do it, and he goes, okay, now add this note. Okay, and I do it. Playing Reggae 7/8, and I'm adding these notes. He goes, okay, add this note. And it was impossible. It just was physically impossible, not just for me, but for anybody. I said, oh, I can't do that. And he goes, I hear Linda Ronstadt is looking for a guitar player.
Oh! Hold on. Just to go back, I'm not sure who that is that he's referencing, but the punch, I felt that.
You know who Linda is if you see her, but like it's it's just like like more simple music.
I see.
I can't do that. And he goes, I hear Linda Ronstadt is looking for a guitar player. Give me an impossible thing, And at the end of the rehearsal, I went, and he was just other things too, But at the end of the rehearsal, I went up to him. I said, "Thanks for inviting me. I'm really sorry. I'm gonna go home now." He goes, "You're in the band."
Oh, that's awesome.
And I hugged him.
I saw you that first tour when you came.
That's why he's like, all right, this is it. I guess I'm not here for it. He goes, you're in. That's great.
Came through Columbus, Ohio, which is where I'm from.
Yeah.
And
that was a tough tour for me, man. Not because of the music, but because I was young. I was out on tour. It was all this stuff, all this staying up all night, and just. I was this kid, I grew up in my bedroom, was playing the guitar, and all of a sudden you're out there, and there's groupies and all that stuff, and up all night. By the time I got to Texas, I turned yellow. It did. It's completely dehydrated. I was just awful. But he was always cool. He was always great.
There was a lot.
I think.
And
okay. I feel like I wonder how much of that relationship and the way that Zappa thought and in a sense put pressure on him. He's obviously already phenomenal at playing guitar at 20 years old, but then taking that and launching him even further in his skill level. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, he's definitely one of the best.
Yeah.
Guys, go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and feel free to comment below. If you guys want to request your own reaction video, find that link in the description box below. We'll get some playlists up here. Maybe we'll get Steve Vai, we'll get Zappa. We'll see what we got. We'll throw some playlists up here either way for you guys to binge on. Stay tuned, stay positive.
We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I just wanna be like this.